Hello you, how are you today? This video is part 3 of a short series on turquoise jewelry and how to identify real versus imitation turquoise. I've added a couple informational slides that we're going to go through as we go through this bag. Real quick, let me thank all my current subscribers and ask that you also subscribe so you never miss one of our treasure hunts together. As I've mentioned in my previous video, turquoise is a difficult stone or mineral to identify. So as we go through the jewelry, I'll try and point out some obvious fakes. And always remember that turquoise is also a color. So if someone says that they have a turquoise ring or necklace or pendant, it may be a ring that is turquoise in color, but it's not the real mineral. I'd also love to know if you wear turquoise jewelry or you collect it. Let me know in the comments. Look at this little nugget earring. Again, you can see the white on it. If you get a chance, jump back to my previous videos because I go through some more of this. Everything on the right-hand side has already been gone through. Those are really big and pretty. I know some of you out there probably wear turquoise jewelry. Look at this. Beauty. I like the detailing around the outside. But again, that's not real turquoise. You can tell by the veining or the matrix. It looks like it's painted on almost. These are cute too. Not real. Even though it can kind of trick you, right? It's on both sides. It's not just on top. But no. Oh yeah, this was one of my favorite earrings of this. I don't know why I like that long oval. Not real. It's not on real sterling silver, real silver. Little ball earrings. Cute. Look at this. Ooh, fancy. So let's look at the 4 types of turquoise. We have natural, stabilized, reconstituted, imitation, or fake. So in natural turquoise, it's just mined. It's shaped without any chemical treatments whatsoever. It is the most expensive and the most gorgeous. Then we have stabilized turquoise. Now this is real turquoise, but it's been infused with a transparent resin to make the turquoise more stable, and it also intensifies the color. It's a very, very common practice. It's very acceptable. We have a reconstituted turquoise. Now this is real turquoise that's been ground up and it's been mixed with a binding agent of some kind, maybe a polymer, and it is then pressed into the shape that you want. It's either maybe an oval or a teardrop or a square or something like that. Then you have the imitation or the fake turquoise. It's usually a dyed howlite or magnesite. Or plastic or resin or even glass. So that's kind of the 4 different types. I still think these are fancy. Look at that. Not real. Still cute. Little stretch bracelet. Those might try and trick you too, but they're not. They're just little nuggets. Now this one was an interesting piece. It looks older. It almost looked silver, like real silver. But if you look at the little cabochons, they're not placed in there very good. There's glue all over. They're not even placed in there proper. So no. That's pretty. It's just good quality. Like there's different levels of the imitation. Look at this. Now, initially I thought this was glue all over, and there is some, but it's not bad. Okay, so here's like a quick cheat sheet on real versus fake turquoise and how you can tell. Some of these you can just do at home, and some of them you have to send it in to an expert. But if you look at number 1, this is the scratch test. So you can use a knife, you can use a coin, like a copper coin, and if it scratches very easily, and especially if you see white underneath it, it is definitely not turquoise. If you can scratch it with your fingernail easy, it's not turquoise. But if you need some effort to actually scratch it, then it's possible. Yes, it could be real turquoise. Number 2 is the test with acetone. So, and that's just nail polish remover. You probably have that at home. So you just take a Q-tip and you, in an inconspicuous spot of your turquoise, you're just going to do a little rub test. Hopefully even maybe on the back. If it's open behind it, you can do it there. But do a small test. And if the green or the blue comes off onto the Q-tip, yeah, that is not real turquoise. Number 3 is the weight or the temperature test. So turquoise is cool. It's a stone. It's cool. You put it in your hand and it starts warming up gradually. If it's not turquoise, it's not going to be cool. Or in the case of maybe glass, it might be cool, but it warms up very quickly. There's that transfer of heat. Or maybe even if it feels heavier than you'd think it should feel, that's probably glass. Then number 4, we have the visual inspection, the color and saturation. So the natural color is kind of a blue-green. It can be a little more blue, it can be a little more green, but it has a natural looking color. Then you have tonal shifts where the color is shifting. If it's too even of a color, if all the saturation, if it's all the same, or especially if it's a neon blue, warning, that is definitely not turquoise. That's a big red flag. Then test 5, you're going to be looking at the veining, or they call it webbing. If it is an irregular matrix, then it could very well be turquoise, real turquoise. If you have a natural looking matrix, if there's the depth and variation, it looks, I keep saying this, it looks natural. But if it's too even or spider webbed looking, it's probably not. That is a big red flag as well. Also, if it has a glassy or a high shine, that's a red flag. If it's too symmetrical, red flag. Or if you use a loop and you look very closely, if it has repeating dots or some squares or a structure of some kind, that is a big clue that it's not. Test 6 is the light test. If you've got a very bright light, or hold it up to the light, a real piece of turquoise is going to be opaque and it's going to block the light entirely. If it's fake, you're going to get to see through it. There's going to be a transference, especially in glass, obviously, or resin. Test 7 is the surface texture and sheen. So real turquoise should feel waxy and have like a dull luster. There should be a light texture to it. I mean, this is a stone. It should have what they call micro crystalline surface under magnification. If it's glassy or it has a high shine on it, that's probably glass, probably fake. Number 8 is the price reality check. Now, you're not going to know that. That's not a test that you could do at home on it. However, if you're out shopping and you see a piece and they're touting that it is real, but they're charging, $10 for it, chances are it's not real. Or even if they're charging $100 and then you kind of look and use these other tests like test 3 through 7 and you feel like it's not, just pass it up because it's probably fake or it's just too good to be true. Let's not play around. Then test 9 is check out the seller. Ask how they came across this material, how they identified the material, what key things did they use to identify it. If it's very vague, just, hey, I think it is. Well, that could be, or probably is, a red flag that it's not real. And then if you have a piece, you can always send it in. That's test 10. You can always send it in to a gemologist and get an official, is it not? What quality is it? Maybe it came from one of the really great mines and then it's worth a lot. So those are the 10 tests that you can do. Some at home, some you have to send in, but you can identify it this way. I hope that's helpful. It is a pretty necklace. I think it either needs some cleaning, maybe some of that glue needs to just be cut off, but still nice. And I think that earring a minute ago actually matches that same design. Hey, we've got a match. I love the matches. Sometimes, you go to these grab bags and there's like half a dozen. Oh, see, here's the match. That matches that necklace. But you'll get like half a dozen earrings that are just a single earring, which is a bummer, but that's interesting. They've added a little more detail and made the little cabochon, the turquoise cabochon, smaller. Just little beads. Not real. Looking at the other pieces, the other elements to the piece of jewelry is very helpful. Oh, we got a jump ring. Okay, that goes to something. I'll just set it aside. I've got a little zippy over there with a bunch of little pieces in it from these different bags. And if I find a need to replace, then I will. I've got all the tools and stuff. What do you think about that against the turquoise against that color instead of silver? More of a brassy. It's different. I think I like the silver better though. There's a big old necklace. Now this has got multiple elements to it. None of the turquoise is real, but it does have some glass. It has some plastic, acrylic, but those are faux, even though that one kind of looks real. It's not. I always do the tests that we already went through, but see, that's glass. And I think some of those little small beads, the green ones up there and down there, those are glass. You can almost hear the tinky. That's very pretty, I think. They did a good job putting the imitation matrix on those. And that one too. See, it just doesn't look real. Like the rock or material doesn't look fake, but the coloring looks fake. The matrix or the veining looks fake. Yep, no mark on that. I didn't expect any marks on this. You never know though. You know how sometimes we go through here and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, that's real silver, or that's got a maker's mark on it. Then we get super excited. I get another one of those oval. Did we already find a match to that one? No, but we did to this one. That's faux. There it is. There we go. Yeah, like the long drop. Whoa. Sassy. Not real. But see how nice the back even looks on that. This one does look older. But if you look at the tiny little turquoise on there, they match too exactly. Some of it is not. Obviously, this is not real silver. It's worn off. It could have been plating at first, but there's no marks on it at all. And the turquoise parts, the squash blossom look, on the necklace, it almost looks like pot metal. It does look old, but that's not real turquoise. It's pretty though, isn't it? Can you imagine it all shined up? Yeah, there's no marks, no nothing. But you can see how everything is so worn off. So somebody must have worn that a lot, or maybe they washed it. You know how I get about washing stuff. That's nice. Let's just see, they're all exactly the same. Same color. Do you like that design? That squash blossom. I do. Some of them are gorgeous. Another little ball. I thought we had another ball earring that was a single. We probably did. Nope, not real. I do like those little, they added those little spacers with the rhinestones in them. Look at that. There's even details on the chain. That's kind of fun. Okay. We're getting down to the last piece. 2 pieces. There's some more little earrings. Instead of the silver, this is on kind of a copper color. And this one. Oh, see, that matches the earrings. I don't know. Maybe there was the double set. Not real, but better quality than that other one. Back has nice detailing. Oh, that one is a little broke. That's easily repaired. Oh yeah, I see. So that goes on there. Yep. But see the difference? That's a better quality piece. Even though it's imitation, it's better quality. So, see, there's the 2. Look at this. I mean, other than some of these named pieces, I don't think any of this was real, genuine, except possibly the necklace with the little shell with all the different kind of agate pieces. It's over on the right. Let's see if I get over to it, but I think I showed it a second ago. But some really fun pieces. There it is. That one there. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this series on turquoise jewelry, and I hope the information I provided was helpful to you. Remember to reach out and comment. That's one of my favorite parts of doing videos. Thank you so much for watching and being a subscriber to my channel. I post jewelry videos on Thursdays and Sundays, so please join me. Hope to see you again soon. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye, you.